Hi viewers, today I'm out up at my cousin's property here, which used to be my grandmother's property when she passed. My cousin here has taken the maintenance part of this and lives here now, and he's allowed me to come up here and pull out a few maple trees. How you doing, Russ?
Good, thanks.
Yeah, so we found a couple of nice ones here. We got a couple of I just pulled them out. I think we're just going to do the rootstock style here. We're not going to try and get a huge chunk out of them. But there's a whole bunch of these maples all over the place. So we're going to try and grab a few, and then we'll replant them up at the property. And once again, I'm going to appreciate, thanks a lot, Russ, for letting me come out here and grabbing a couple of these trees.
Yep.
And basically, folks, this is how you get free trees with friends and family who will give you a favor and a favor. And let's get going. Okay, so I have a bunch of these rootstock plants here that we just dug up. They're all maples. I have 9 of them now, and we just covered the roots in a plastic bag for now. I was gonna fill it up with dirt, but we'll do that when we get back to the farm. And I'm probably just gonna put them right in the ground. So it's good to just grab them, and since they're kind of in their dormant stage now, get them in the ground while I can, and then hopefully they come back in the spring. So my uncle and my cousin helped me pack all this stuff back in the car. I got 9 trees in this car, and I've loaded everything else up. See you there, Uncle Ben.
Yep. Yeah.
Thanks for the help.
Okay, no problem.
And there we go. Now we'll head out back to the farm and get them in the ground. Well, we're back on the farm now with our maple trees, and we are over on the left side of the property near my food forest. And this is where the path is gonna go. So I started digging a hole here, but I'm not gonna dig a full hole. What I'm gonna do is put a cross and cross section that, and then what you do is you stick your shovel in there on the one corner, and you just pull up, and it should separate a bit, and then you can just place the root ball in there, and then just, you know, pack it back down. So we'll get started. We'll do that. So there's the first of 9. Again, I just put it in there and spread out the roots a little bit. Unfortunately, some of these I didn't get a very good root ball on them. Like, I didn't get enough dirt around them because the ground was so loamy that it just broke away from the roots once we pulled it up. So there's one. Let's put in 8 more. Just like that. Open her up. Just like that. Grab the root ball and kind of get her placed in there. And what I'm going to do is open that up a bit more so it drops down, and then the ground will just compress it. So hopefully this works. So I'm all done putting in the maple trees. These are I'm right at the back of the property here. And yeah, pond's still looking really good. I just got these maples in. This one here was a little bit damaged in the root there. I think we might have hit the tap root a little too hard, but we'll find out. I got them here. This is over on the left side of the property where the path is going to go up this way. And I got another one right here. And then I kind of I spread them out because there's a bunch of stuff in my way. So I just spread them out. So there is one up there just past the composter, and then I did some further up where I showed you in the beginning. So far so good. Give them a really good dose of water, and hopefully they'll come back in the spring. And in the meantime, in the winter, you know, I'll be clearing out a lot of this tree line right here, and getting rid of a lot of things I don't want. And I got one more that I'm putting right up there by the corner of that hillside right there where my greenhouse will go, but I'll put it on the low end, so it'll be fine. It'll look good. So if you know any friends or family, this is how you source out free trees, free bushes, free fruit, free seeds. Just ask your co-workers and your neighbors and your family or anybody close to you, and see if they'll let you come on their property and take out a few trees. I mean, a lot of times they're just saplings that are just gonna die anyways because they're overcrowded. If you can't do it like that, then maybe just find some kind of wooded area near your place or outside whenever you take a trip or something, and see if you can't pull out a few really small saplings. I mean, nobody's gonna miss a few 2 or 3 footers. But I'm not giving you permission to go out and start digging into the, you know, government land and everything. But you know, like I said, just source it out. Definitely look for a really good spot maybe you could grab some from. I'm still looking for rocks, so you know, I can't just keep grabbing from the quarry, because first off, it's not my quarry, and the kind of rocks that I want aren't quite there. So again, we just keep looking around, and you'll eventually find all the things you need, and you can do it at a very cheap price. Even if you just go out and grab the seeds off of some of these maples, you know how they drop the helicopters and stuff, so just grab them and try your hand at growing them. It takes longer to do things like that, but you know, hey, not everybody's got a lot of money to do. So I'm probably looking at about a $100 tree here. Well, maybe a little less depending, because it's pretty small. But yeah, if I had to go out and buy and source all these, man, it would be like $1,000 for maple trees. So this is my start. We'll see what happens in the spring, and if it works good, then maybe I'll go and ask my oh, I want to thank Russell for letting me grab these trees, by the way, and hopefully he'll let me do it again sometime. So this is kind of where we put all our scrap. It's right by our tree line here. So what I did is, there's enough room in here to clean out a little section in the back here, and still kind of out of sight, out of mind kind of thing. And I can put, you know, those pools, for one, they're usually just for the dogs in the winter, or excuse me, summer. And, you know, organize a few of these things, like my little dirt bike there, and, you know, just a few things. And then I'm gonna put some buckets over here, and we keep water jugs, and they take up a lot of space. As you can see, there's a green one over there. We keep them around because they do come in handy sometimes. So I need a little more space, and I'd like the out of sight, out of mind thing. So we're gonna start cleaning up a little bit of the garage and around it, and I'm gonna start organizing some of my wood and stuff so I can get to those counters. Okay, so here we are, and I'll show you when we're all done and neat and tidy. Oh, so I cleaned out this nice little area here and started throwing some of our junk that's around the barn. You can see a nice little area in here, and once the canopy grows up in a little bit in here, it'll shade it right off and be like a big natural closet. Again, we just put our empties and our full cans of oil, so when we do have to get rid of it, we know where they are. A little drum there, and whatever else will fit in there, but as long as it's out of sight, out of mind. So it's that time of year. All my hyacinth, my water hyacinth, are dying off. I just pulled the biggest pollywog out of there. It was probably the size of my thumb. It kind of came out with those, but I threw it back in the pond. Not to be confused with the minnows that I found in my pond, folks. There's some minnows in there. So what I'm gonna do, this stuff's supposed to be really good for your composter. So I had raked up a bunch of maple leaves, which are also really good for compost because of the sugars that are in it. I think the worms really like it. So I got a bunch of them. The hyacinth, I'm gonna go toss it in the composter, mix it up a little bit, and that'll pretty much end my weekend. So I just wanted to say thanks for watching, and if you could just push that thumbs up button down there, I'd appreciate that. Maybe share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe. And we'll see you next week.